Hi you guys, so I will be doing a video on biting on your nails. So the reason why I chose this topic is because I am still reducing on biting my nails. I can't say that I have stopped biting my nails because honestly, just a couple of minutes ago I was about to bite my nails. It was already under my teeth. So now, the thing about this topic is that when you go on Google or YouTube and watch videos, the videos are about the same about biting your nails and everything like that. So I'm kind of like, okay, well, why don't I go more into depth into this and make it my own type video, my own way, my own little sense of style and humor. Also, before we begin, I wanted to tell you that if I pronounce or mispronounce a word, please pardon me. And just write down in the comments below, hey, you have mispronounced this word, or you skipped a word, or something like that. And I tend to read fast somewhat, so I would advise you to read it on your own. And also that my cousin is here, so that if you hear any background noises, please pardon me as well. And I will also be skipping words that I do not know because it wastes time. And if you do want me to make another video on me trying to pronounce these words, then I would be gladly to. So, and I have my own way of talking, so please pardon me on that as well. So let's go ahead and start with some inspiration before we start. So, Creator intends for you ease and does not intend for you hardship. Quran 2:185. Before we start, let's sit back and reflect on what this Quran verse is saying and why it's important. The way I look at it is the Creator intends for you ease, not hardship. So we should take that to accountability and not make things hard or harmful to ourselves. And yes, that also means biting your nails. Biting your nails. So, the second one, commitment. The state or quality of being dedicated to a cause, activity, etc. The company's commitment to quality. A pledge or undertaking. I cannot make such a commitment at the moment. So, also before we start, I found this word in the Quran and so I searched it up and liked this word. I thought it'd be nice to share this to you guys so you can be committed to stop harming yourselves by biting your nails at the end of this video, creator willing. So let's go ahead and start diving in. This is just the grass of the topic, so don't worry, we have more to cover. So, girl developed skin cancer after her nail biting habit. Biting your nails causes skin cancer and more. It's about your health, life, and others. You just don't realize that yet. Biting your nails is an addiction. Well, what do I know about this? Well, because I used to bite my nails, plus the skin, and it was to the point my nose was right back under my teeth again. That's how addicting this was. So I'm truly grateful that something major like this didn't happen to me. And to warn you that something like this can happen to you. Do you ever reflect and say to yourself, okay, so I'm biting my nails that can cost me my life, but the fact that I'm still here, shouldn't I at least do my best to stop or reduce biting my nails? This causes me skin cancer and other side effects. So therefore, what can I do to stop or reduce biting my nails? It takes motivation just to look back and being grateful that you don't have these things that can take an effect on you because of your biting your nails. So yes, I was searching up biting your nails on Google, and I went to images, and I was very surprised to find this picture. And I'm like, wow, if I didn't know this sooner, who knows where I could have been. So I really care for you guys to take heed and at least try to reduce your nail biting and or stop, just period. But reducing is like at least good. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So let's start at the basics. Where does nail biting comes from and why do we bite our nails? Nail biting is frequently associated with anxiety because the act of chewing on nails reportedly relieves stress, tension, or boredom. People who habitually, now, please pardon me on that word because I end up saying it so fast. So, is it habitually? So, if I say it wrong, please write it down in the comment below. Habitually, like get it chilly. Bite their nails often report that they do so when they feel nervous, bored, lonely, or even hungry. So I want you to reflect this upon yourself. Why do you bite your nose? So, as in for me, I bite my nose because sometimes when I'm nervous, sometimes when I can't really say stress, so I'm gonna say when I'm in tension or when I'm bored. So it just magically somehow ends up my nails ends up in my mouth and I'm just biting it. So let's go to the next slide. Out of the 19 times the word nail was mentioned in the King James Version Bible, nothing is said about biting your nails. Okay. However, going to by the divine instruction given in Deuteronomy 21:12, it is a healthy practice to pare our nails. If that's how you say it, I don't quite know how to say that. But biting one's nails is a bad habit, sometimes nervous or demonic. The Bible enjoins us to replace a bad habit with a better one, as merely stopping does not work. Uh, I don't quite know. 4:22 through 27, Corinthians. 3:8 through 12. Bear with me. I'm trying. I'm trying. We should work hard to do away with bad habit and never give place to the devil to bring us again to any form of bondage. Luke 11:24 through 26. Romans 6:12 through 18. James 4:7. Some people who tried and failed several times to stop biting their nose later discovered that it is possible to replace unwanted habits with peace and control through prayer. From her own experience of Blake Elliott Wendell shares some tips in Freedom from Nail Biting. Alright, so nail biting can be nervousness or demonic. When we are nervous, we bite our nails, but if we're not, then we don't bite our nails. So we're gonna get into the topic of nervous biting, and demonic biting. So when you're nervous, you don't bite your nails. But when you're nervous, you do bite your nails. Excuse me. But if you're not nervous, you don't bite your nails. So what is the demonic part about it? But if we bite our nails to the point it's addicting or a habit, it's demonic. Why is that? Ask yourself, what else is addicting to you that is harmful, gets on your nerves, or bothers you even? Okay, then compare it to something you're not addicted with. What's more natural, being addicted to something or not being addicted to it? When it's natural and not an addiction, it doesn't cause harm or bring harm to you. Demonic addiction causes harm or brings harm to you. But but you need to have the commitment to stop or reduce biting your nails because you know it's for the better and the better outlasts every evil outcome. So, like I said, that it's demonic when it's an addiction or a habit. So I would advise you to at least try it again, reduce biting your nails or stop, but basically reducing. So let's look at the damages that nail biting can bring. So we're going to go ahead and just, do the simple fact, even though you guys probably already know this, we're going to still decide to go ahead and do this to get it out of the way. For example, nail biting can damage the skin around the nail, increasing the risk of infection. Increase the risk of colds and other infections by spreading germs from your fingers to your mouth. Harm your teeth. Now this one. Okay, so I won't be really reading this as much, so I'll be skipping. Side effects of nail biting, side effects and risks of nail biting. Abnormal looking nails, fungal infections of the nail plate and surrounding skin, illness due to passing bacteria and viruses from your fingers to your face and mouth, harm to teeth such as chipping, I'm going to skip that one, and dental resorption. I think I got that one right. Did I get that one right? I think I got it right. So now the last thought, I'm gonna skip that one. Joint pain and dysfunction, dysfunction. So please tell me. Um, those side effects seems really harmful and dangerous. Note, sorry for the way that looks, but let's get further into the subject after knowing these side effects and damages. So we have this video, and yes, you guys, I am going to watch it with you. So you are not alone in this. And when I tell you you're not alone in this, you're literally not alone in this. So if you feel disgusted or want to throw up and stuff like that, I am with you. So you are not alone. So if you are eating or drinking, I advise you to put that to the side and please look at this video. Now, before I click on this video, I wanted to go ahead and tell you that this was under fingernail biting, something like that, precaution of fingernail biting. And if you look close to his fingers, it seems like that he bites his skin as well. And also it looks like he also bites his nails. But when you bite your skin, it has like bite marks or skin pills or something like that around your nails. I don't really quite know how to explain that. So let's get into this video. So as you can see, it looks like he does bite his skin.
See him? There he is, right there. Watch, we're gonna make him mad. And they're able to blur the camera. See him right there on the edge?
Alright, you guys, so that video is over, and now we're gonna get more into um this topic. So this is what happens when you bite your nails. It's easy for pinworms, parasites to get under your fingernails. So let me go ahead and back this statement up. Alright, so here are the definitions. I'm gonna read these definitions first. Like I said, I'm gonna be skipping. It's unsanitary. Okay, hints. Biting your nails is just asking for germs and bacteria. Nail biting is related to dental problems such as gingival injury. Nail biting, and please let me know if I said that. It's almost like I said ginger, but please let me know if I said that wrong. Nail biting can also transfer pinworms or bacteria buried under the surface of the nail to your mouth. When bitten off nails are swallowed, stomach problems can develop. So we're going to focus on the topic of gingival. So gingival is concerned, let's see, let me just go ahead and just put this word up. Let's see, concerned, right? Concerned with the gums. Now, the cause, okay, so a form of gum disease that causes inflamed gums. The cause is poor oral hygiene, untreated gingivitis. I'm gonna skip that one. Can lead to flaws and other serious conditions. Symptoms include gums that are swollen, puffy, receding, sometimes tender, or that bleed easily. Treatment involves a professional cleaning as well as oral rinses. Now, oops, I don't want to mess up my presentation. All right, so if you don't know gingival is, the definition and the meaning is right there. Before we get to pinworms, we need to know how serious biting our nails is. This can cause a huge problem even when we get older. Just ask yourself, if I keep biting my nails, will I be able to eat food that I like? Talk to people without being embarrassed of my teeth? These are daily questions you are putting yourself up for without even noticing it. It's really time for a deep reflection, but don't turn away, you still have hope. So, people become infected, usually unknowingly, by swallowing and ingesting infective pinworm eggs that are on fingers, under fingernails, or on clothing, bedding, and other contaminated objects and surface. Oops. Because of their small size, pinworm eggs sometimes can become airborne, something like that, and ingested while breathing. So the things we touch has parasites. Then we go and bite our nails. This is what we are injecting into our bodies without noticing it. But it doesn't mean you can feel bad or shame yourself about it. Take responsibility, be committed to stopping or reducing fingernail biting. For me, when I decided to stop, I meant to put reduce. Reduce somehow my hand would already be in my mouth about to bite my fingernail. And I snapped myself out of it and focused on other things. Although I'm not perfect, I am so sorry. I had bits of mistakes here and there. Addiction can get you to the point you don't even realize that you're biting your nails. Not realizing what you're doing is demonic. That's how addiction works. So, excuse me for my long pause because I'm kind of like, is that bite or bits? So I was kind of like a little lost there. So let's go ahead and talk more on this subject. More list on how is demonic. When you don't realize you have your fingernail in your mouth already making a move on biting it. When you tell yourself, no, I won't put my fingers in my mouth, and you feel this emotion coming towards you and aggravation, and you could tell that it wasn't you. People or family around you putting you into stress and you want to bite your fingers. This demonic side is like, if you bite your fingernail, you will be at ease. Nothing, knowing that you might have a parasite and bacteria. That's temptation under pressure. Even when, um, even when you're nervous, remember to overcome bad habits with good habits. I could give a list, but these are the most important. Most important. Feel free to ask questions in the comments on demonic addiction and natural. It doesn't have to be finger biting as well, so it can be anything, guys. Now I want to go back to the subject right here, and also we never know what we have under our fingernails, like I said. So that's why it's like when you bite your nails and stuff like that, we don't know if we're eating, not eating, but putting a pinworm inside our mouths, going to our stomach, a parasite that could maybe, who knows, grow 16 inches long. I'm over exaggerating, but I know. So now to kind of summarize this up, guys, so I don't want to leave y'all guys feeling bad. Successful indeed are those who purify themselves. This is also in the Quran. Um, so that's what I also like. And these are one of my quotes for today. The strongest words are those who pinpoints their mistakes and corrects it by doing better. No matter what it may be, having commitment and striving your utmost is better than being discontented in yourself. Now, I probably have said that word wrong or too fast, but forgive me on that part. So, the Creator loves when we purify ourselves. So, whole body, hands, face, feet, arms, anything, but just like, of course, purify ourselves when we finish using the restroom, before we eat. So those are like basic rules. But, so these are my last of my slides, you guys. And that would be all. Thank you for listening and tuning in. And I will see y'all guys soon.